Hello farmers and welcome back to Riverbend Springs in Farming Simulator 25. Hello Branding Iron, Robert Russell, Mr. Whitfield, The Drifter, Storefern. How is everyone doing today? It is a beautiful Thursday here. Sun's actually out, so that's always nice to see outside. Second day of the new year, so hopefully everyone's settling into the year 2025. But let's get settled here into Riverbend Springs, where we're in the month of August. And harvest season is continuing here. I was just over here at the dairy production, getting all the pallets out to get that kind of prepared for October for selling all the dairy products. In the future, we may have a second dairy production going down because, well, we just can't keep up with the milk. We got 5,000 liters of milk inside the dairy production now, 18,000 liters of goat milk, and 10,000 liters of buffalo milk, and I think the Dairy Queen over there, cow barn, has some good amount of milk into it as well. So we need to get to work. Harvest season, as I said, is here, and we are like halfway through the month, and I got some wheat fields I want to get started on. So let's go ahead and get the McDon all set up. Try to be careful of our wheat crop. Yeah, turn the seat back around. Makes it just a little bit easier. There we go. And while this is going on, I got to get our John Deere S7 all set up. Because I got the wrong header on that. Because that's for grain harvesting. We got to get the swath header for that. So let's go over to here. Just go ahead and hire ourselves a worker. See what the worker decides to do. Alright, you're going to go that way. Alright, they're all set. They're off and running, which is good. Again, this field's almost in good condition. Well, it's in good condition. It's not great condition. Needed to be plowed, but that's the way we bought it. So, I mean, they'll be fine. Let's see. The Deutz is... Where are we here? Oh, I know where we are. So this contract we did at the end of last episode, or last stream, and it finished not long after I ended the stream, so I collected on this. I think we got paid like $10,000 for plowing up this field over here, which is right across from our poplar fields. So let's go ahead and bring this back. And I think we'll hitch this up to the slurry tanker, and we'll get a worker to start actually spreading slurry on our field in the farmyard. Get that fertilized because September will be planting season, and that way when we wake up in September, we can get to planting. I mean, I guess I could put barley right back into the same field. Doesn't really matter. Maybe we'll just call that the barley field from now on. So let's zip around here. I haven't checked on contracts since I relogged into the game. So, I mean, we did a lot of contracts at the end of the last stream, but we needed the money. Well, we always need money, but we really need the money in yesterday's stream to get ourselves the header for the John Deere S7 combine. This plow should be going back actually up to the vegetable fields because they will need to be plowed up. Hello, John. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully the wife is doing better as each day passes. I'm just going to drop the plow off right there. Good place for it. All right, and the slurry tanker is now in the new shed. And we're just going to hire ourselves a worker to put this down. I do have the worker to grab the slurry out of the cow barn directly. Oh, the baler needs to go back. No, the baler needs to stay here. We got the straw to pick up at the wheat fields. All right, you go ahead and start spreading slurry in that field. I am kind of curious, though, how much slurry We are full on slurry again. And yeah, I'm not going to bother putting down the slurry extension because I've been told that that the slurry extension, along with the manure extension, they're still bugged. So we're going to hold off onto that. All right, so we got all that going on. So the John Deere combine is up here. So the one thing I need to do is that brings that in. There we go. Lower that down. There we go. That looks a little bit better. And detach from that. That's good to hear, John. Glad she's doing a little bit better. Oh, no, a little bit further. So now with the header actually folded on down the way it should have been. And now if I fold up the combine, there we go. Now it doesn't clip into the headers. Now we're all set. Hello, Adam. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us today. Yeah, so the John Deere S7 Combine we got to use yesterday after we bought it the day before that. Caught up a little bit of a New Year's present to myself that showed up in this sale page a couple days ago. Now we got ourselves a nice 45-foot header. I'm going to wait for this car to come across the bridge. I should probably have my beacons on. Not that it matters to AI traffic. And AI traffic, come on. You're better than that, I thought. Oh yeah, I did adjust the tractor volume sound. Someone said that the tractors were a little bit too loud, so I toned down the volume of the tractors. So if it gets, if it's too quiet or still too loud, let me know. Hello, Jason. How are you doing today? So all the wheat is going to the grain mill to make flour. So we keep on making that noodle soup. This was supposed to be the year I was going to be repaying back a lot of loan, which we have done. But now I've spent almost like 300 grand on this combine setup. Not that I regret it. It's a good, definitely a good upgrade that we have. Now we'll drop off that header there. Pick up the swathing header. Now we just gotta wait for the McDon to get done with. Oh, actually, I'm not done with that header. I got the long grain rice still to harvest. I'm gonna forget about that. Yeah, we gotta wait for the McDon to get done. Oh, hold on there, truck. There we go. Hello, Kitty. Good day to you. All right. Oh, I want a straw swath on this. That's better. Yeah, so this field does need to be plowed. I'm not sure we're going to plant in this field just yet. I may actually put oats in it next year. Haven't done oats in a bit. Ooh, that header hit something in the ground there. Didn't like it. We got this wheat field here, the one in front of us, and the one tiny one over there. Kind of get caught up with this harvest here. Then we'll have a look at contracts again. Try not to go too heavy on the contracts to start today, but if some good ones pop up, of course, we're going to go ahead and grab those. Guess we can turn off our beacons. Yeah, I was having a look at all the productions of the animals. The animals are all set to go for the rest of the month. Although the cows, of course, are going to need some hay bales, like always. Hello, Skinny. Good Thursday to you. We do got our Vultra and the grain trailer right over here, so might as well unload while we're on this side. Nice to be able to also unload it to a larger trailer as well. I guess while it's unloading, I said I would not try to start too many contracts today, but money, money, money. That's what we're after. I didn't see any big figures there, so it looks like nothing reset. I don't think the contracts, like it did in 22 in previous versions, if you were to like save the game, exit the game, come back in, that the contracts kind of reload. Does not seem to do that in 25. At least not that when I can tell. McDon, I think it's on its last pass for this field. I don't think this month, no, it's August. So our grass field is May, July, September, November. That's when the grass field needs to be cut. Yeah, so this combine was kind of an unexpected buy for this year. But now that we have it on the farm, well, at least we don't have to save up for it next year. And we get to benefit from the extra capacity and maybe do some harvesting contracts in the meantime now, because with a 45-foot header, makes it more acceptable to take on the bigger contracts. And Poplar, don't remember your setup for if no one at YouTube has your setup. The only setup, are you talking about planting the poplar, where I said make sure the worker is on 1.2 meters working? Or are you talking about the Logotech or Locotech harvester setup that we have for the Valtra. So the John Deere S7 is not going to be our final combine. We're going to be working towards the CR11, which might still be in the sale page. But we're not really that ready for the CR11. Would be nice, but we're going to be rocking the John Deere S7 for a bit. Also, if you have missed the last few streams, we do have the loan down to almost 2.9 million. Talking about the harvest time. Well, I think that's the best setup to go early on if you don't actually have the money. Just leasing that Locotech harvester for like $4.5 grand. And then of course you'd also lease the New Holland Poplar harvester itself for I think like $3.5 grand. But you will need a tractor. I would recommend at least 400 horse tractor for doing the harvest, because you're going to have the trailer behind you as well. That good old Massey Ferguson harvester that we had, though, that did a pretty darn good job for the first about 210 hours into this Let's Play that we got going on here. But almost being able to go twice as far before the combine fills up is going to be nice as well. Go ahead and unload this into the trailer again, and while it's unloading, we'll get the McDon started on the next wheat field. The auger pipe looks so long on the John Deere when you don't have the big header on there. Wait, did you stop unloading? Oh, I must be on the edge of the trailer. There we go. Now it's all set. All right, go to work. And we're going to get back to work ourselves. And this does seem to unload a lot quicker than the Massey Ferguson did as well. Let's see, I think I'm in this row here. Nope, that row's already been done. That's better. So just 3 more swaths here. Wonder how the slurry spreading is getting along. Oh, they're still going. I think we'll be a little bit shy on getting that whole field slurry spread. Have I had any issues with FS25 today? Well, I've only been, 5 minutes before the stream went live is when I logged in, so, nope. I've already done the SWAT as well. That makes sense. Alright, so I guess this field is all harvested. Just to make sure, let me go across here, although I do think I got a small swath over here that the McDon did. Hopefully I can pick it up, because it's right next to our other straw swath. Oh yeah, I should also mention, I did check on Discord today, and yeah, not many Giant employees were on the Giants Discord. There were a few. But almost the same few that there had been throughout the holidays, so I'm guessing they won't be coming back to work until next Monday. And looks like our slurry tanker is empty. We're going to get into the Valtra so we can bring this wheat on down to the grain mill. And that way we can get more flour up to the canning processing, because we do actually have a good amount of eggs up there. Just waiting on the flour. I think we've gone through almost all the barley. We just got the sorghum put into there at the end of last stream. Yep, but now we'll get some wheat put into here and double up the process of flour. Let's make sure we activate that. Grain mill, wheat, and activate. Just make sure I got that sorghum activated. It is. And the barley, of course, is still going. Not much barley left. And then, of course, when we get to September, we'll have the long grain rice going in there for rice flour. Park this down by the other wheat field. So yep, we gotta pick up the straw, make some straw bales. This field will need to be plowed, then of course we'll have stones to pick up. But I think I'll leave this field vacant until next season while I'll plant some oats into it. That'll give me time to get the job done. You can use, there is corn flour, but you got to get a modded flour mill for that. And I think someone said yesterday, there's about 4 mods out there that'll do corn flour. Alright, back down and start grabbing some more wheat. Skinny with a donation. Sorry, not much wanted to contribute to the loan. Thanks for being awesome. Well, thanks for you guys being awesome for even being here. It's always appreciated. But thank you for the dono. That's always very much appreciated as well. Hello, Ronnie. Welcome. A good Thursday to you. I mean, I could put that $10 to the loan, but I do owe $2,920,000. But as we always say, every penny can count. Yeah, they definitely have improved in the last few patches how the swath header picks it up, because when I used to go over my straw swaths and the header picked up off the ground, it would definitely leave traces behind. Hello, Robert Pavlo. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Have to move the McDon a little bit. That'll do. Little money better than no money. True words there, Skinny. True words. I think that's the excuse me. I think that's the header mod that's caught. The header mod, or the I don't actually have a header mod. I got the mod that's supposed to work for balers and forage harvesters. I don't know if the swath header qualifies for that, but maybe it does. So a quick pickup of the wheat in this field here as well. Don't think we have any tornadoes because we had one, was it yesterday or was that the day before? I think that may have been the day before. So don't have to worry about our straw staying in the field for the month of September. Although we may bale some up here soon. notice it as soon as you got the baler mod? I mean, I suppose it could be. I don't know if this header... maybe the header would be classified part of his forage harvester because that's usually what's swapping his for. So yeah, it could be part of that mod. Didn't think about that though. Anyone had any issues bailing on Field 87 on Riverbend in contract? Field 87. Where's Field 87? 88, 89, 87. The only thing I would say about just make sure you're using the right baler. So baling contracts, if that's what you're doing, if you're doing a baling contract, they're going to ask for either round bales or square bales. Because I did the same thing the first time I took on a baling contract. Jason donating 5 memberships to the channel. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. And welcome all new channel members. As a channel member, you now get access to 3 emotes in the chat. And you also will get early access to videos I post as well. Thank you very much, Jason, for donating 5 memberships. But I would say on your, just double check. I don't know if it'll show you right in the contracts. Do I have any baling contracts? So like this contract here will tell you they want round bales. And this contract here, they want square bales. So just make sure you got the right baler for the contract that you're doing. And if it still doesn't pick up the bales or make bales, then I don't know what to tell you. That's all the help I can give you on that. You're having trouble with the baler freezing. Okay, that I don't know. I mean, it is a John Deere baler, so... Sorry, just had to make a little jab there at the John Deere stuff. He says as driving a John Deere combine. How much of our field get fertilized over here? Do we have enough? Let's get rid of the weeds. Ah, okay. So we got they got the whole field actually sprayed. We actually had enough slurry. Well, there's no more slurry in the cow barn. And there's no more slurry in the tanker. Are you saying we had the exact amount of slurry to get the job done? That seems a little suspicious. I mean, the whole field's been slurry sprayed, so I'm not going to argue with it. We'll leave it at that. All right, so the McDon I need to get into, and I need to get over to that little section of the wheat field for the last time. And hopefully, when we get the rice harvest done this stream, I'm going to delete this rice field and try to get the whole field up to the river. I'm going to try to. I was going to test it on my test map. I didn't get around to it. Had a lot of other things going on, as one does during the holiday season. I'm just going to back up. I'm not going to rotate my seat around just to go about 100 yards. May destroy a little bit of rice, but not a whole lot. Well, when it comes to rice fields, I haven't done it yet myself personally, but from my understanding in deleting a rice field, you got to just go into the construction page as you would if you're building a rice field. And I think I got to click on the water pump and just hit delete, and the field will, well, it'll disappear. Because it does look a little silly over here, having this wheat field just in this corner. Also looks kind of silly when you got the header on and it's not damaging the rice whatsoever. But of course, when I put down the rice field, I have to pay another $15,000 again for another water pump. But $15,000 is only $15,000 at this point. Hello, Bose. A good Thursday to you. Get about maybe 6,000 to 7,000 liters of wheat in this little section right here. You select demo mode and click on the field. Yeah, that's my understanding how it's done. All I was really told about getting the rice field close to the river is just not make the sections as long as I was. And I also think I got to put it in place free mode or something like that. I don't think I may have not have done that when I was placing down the rice field, whenever it was, a couple seasons ago. Just going to stick the McDon in this corner for now. Let's see, I got a bigger combine, so I may damage actually some rice going in here with the combine. It's a little bit wider than the Massey Ferguson. I'm going to turn off straw swath because I don't need it in here. There's some issue with the contract on field 87. I tried again, had to reset again, just giving info to anyone that has any trouble. It may be the baler too. Field 87 for you is not a grass. They're not asking for grass bales, are they? I can see where that'd be a little bit of an issue if they're asking for grass bales. And if you got the John Deere all-in-one baler, where it'll wrap grass bales in the silage, that could be what's going on there, because you're trying to make a grass bale for the contract that immediately starts to wrap it. The game is going to say, that's not what we want. We wanted grass bales. I don't think that is going to be your issue, because I don't think that's going to be a grass field. Oh, you're doing straw. Okay, then. Hello, Adam McKinney. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. They don't actually specify the size of the bale they want, do they? No, I don't see where they specify the size of the bales. So that's not it either. So that is our wheat harvest done. And it seems like I did get it done quicker with this combine. I think only because the capacity of the combine is almost double, so I have to stop as much. And also the unloading seems to be a little bit quicker. So overall, making the process that much better. And we'll get that wheat over to the grain mill, and then we can see what I need to be doing next year. It is 2:30 in the afternoon. So I mean, the day is not really over, but we are more than halfway through. I guess we can grab the vulture and start chopping up, not chopping up, but collecting the straw, and start making some straw bales. Pulled up the combine. There's an update to the seed hawk pack posted in the mod hub. As far as I can tell, but I looked at it, like, what the... Because sometimes I do wonder what was wrong with the mod when I see an update, and I was just kind of curious, because it was the only thing that was updated today or put out today, at least so far. And from my understanding, the only issue with the seed hawk was, I guess it was colliding or clipping bridges when going over them. Tony, this is not a multiplayer server, so if you're asking to join, that can't happen because it's a single player. Hello, Doug. Good Thursday to you, and Happy New Year to you as well. Vulture seemed a little underpowered today for some reason. It's not worn down too much. More wheat. Alright, might as well bring the grain trailer right on down by the rice field, the big rice field, because I want to harvest that first thing in September. So we can delete the field and try redoing it all over again. After we sell some stuff, because I'm probably going to be short on the money. Actually, not really, because I think our toy... Yeah, our toy should be sold sometime this month. I think it was not far off from being completed. So we'll just drop off our trailer right here. Let's go get the baler and start picking up the straw. I guess we'll pick up the straw in this field here because I could get the Deutz to start plowing up that field. You know, FS25 has its issues, but still love the game overall. Gameplay is still pretty awesome. Not perfect, but no game is. I mean, compared to what it was when it came out, they have fixed a lot of issues. And hopefully, in the next patch, they'll even fix even more. Do I have the cash to repair this? I don't think I repaired the baler yet, have I? No, I have not repaired the baler yet. Yeah, we got the money to repair the baler. And I'm going to repair the Vulture while we're here as well. And yeah, might as well top off with the diesel. I'm starting to think this is rotated the wrong way. Let me pull up on it because it wouldn't fill up there. That seems better. Hello, Adam Carter. Then we got like 3 Adams in chat again. Am I using the wide pickup baler or just good at driving? You should know that I'm not good at driving, so of course I'm using the wide pickup on the baler. Which balers had the wider pickup? I definitely would recommend the mod for wider pickup for balers and forage wagons. That just makes everything that much better. That way you can choose a baler of your choice and not have to worry about is it going to pick it all up. And the mod doesn't go to the extreme on the pickup either. So I can show you an example of how wide the pickup is just by going over a swath at an angle. It's not going to pick up like 2 rows when I go up and down. It's not that wide. I think it makes it about 25% wider. So when I go through this swath right here, you'll see the pickup is just on the outside of the wheels on the chrome baler. So I wouldn't even say it's even, may not even be 25% wider, but maybe it is. This makes life that much easier in picking up the straw or whatever you got to pick up in a forage harvester or a baler. There were some mono balers I used in 22 where it said wider pickup, and some of the pickups were so wide, I was like, okay, that's a little bit too much for my liking, but as advertised, they said wider pickup, and they weren't kidding. Yeah, wider, but not unrealistically wide. It's just enough to pick up the swath completely. Yeah, so it makes you where you don't have to pay. It's not like you have to stay so focused on baling, making sure you're going over the center of the swath. So it makes the baling process just that much more enjoyable and relaxing. So all the work I did in yesterday's stream, I'm trying to just go ahead in my mind as I'm picking up the straw of what our field conditions are in. So we did harvest all the poplar, although the 2 poplar fields on the south side, they do need another stage of fertilization, so I need to get to that at some point. The poplar field in the north, along with our sorghum field, those have been harvested. And I need to start thinking about combining those fields together for probably green beans for next season. Spinach field, I think, needs another stage of fertilization. We got the first stage in after harvest. The crop has regrown, so I got to fertilize that. The JCB's in that field, and it finished up the weeding in that field, so that's all set to go. And then, of course, we got all of our fields down here, the rice fields and the cereal grain fields, which we are currently taking care of. So I think, yeah, for the work in August, I mean, I could call it right here. I think we'll at least pick up the bales. Actually, I'll probably leave the bales here. Waiting another month or 2 to sell the bales is not a bad idea. The price is going to go up a little bit. So might as well just continue on doing the straw baling. We'll just do the other field as well. Won't take us too long. I always like the chrome balers. I don't know, because they're just more beefier, or maybe it's the way the color combo is and how they painted it as well, but I've always liked the look of the chrome balers. They are more expensive, but they look good. And yeah, we also can have the silage additive in them as well, which gives us a 5% increase in yield when picking up grass. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to keep also that very small field behind us, if I want to keep that as a rice field or not. That was our first rice field in the very beginning. Back in the early days where I spent my $5 million really quick on equipment and land and factories. It didn't really have room for a rice field right away, so we bought the first field that we could afford after that, which is one of the smallest fields. But now, since we got just a 45-foot header, that's going to be kind of a little bit of a challenge getting the header going around that field. They'll definitely make quick work of it. Yeah, so it is nice having that wider pickup on the baler. As you can see, we're not really leaving anything behind, so the fields look nice and clean. Rice field on 38. I think isn't that that's our spinach field, I think. Or is that the field next to our spinach field? Those fields up there I'm kind of leaving as for our vegetable fields because the canning production is right up there. So we got our spinach field, which we may have to not plant spinach next year because we got too much of it. I like the chrome balers too, but you don't really bale. Prefer collecting loose, but I have the little toe behind chrome round baler. I don't mind using a forage wagon unless it holds a lot. So, like the TARDIS or colossal forage harvesters. I mean, if I'm just doing a very small farm, then a forage wagon would be nice. I just prefer doing bales because it makes it more compact. So when taking care of animals, this makes it a little bit easier. Just my opinion, though. But that's the great thing about Farming Simulator. We got so many options and ways to do things that we all have our own way to do it. Just as long as we're having fun doing it, that's all that matters. Yeah, the fields up north are rather flat, but as I said, for me personally, I'm going to keep them as our vegetable fields. That way I just have to transport the vegetables not far to the canning processing building. So we'll jump into the John Deere 3650 and get the spinach field fertilized before the crop grows into another stage. Alright, spit those out, and might as well spit out the bale that's in the baler. It's almost full. Baling is complete. I think we'll speed up time just a little bit. Put it at time 6. And I think I'll just bring the baler right up to our grass field, actually. I don't need it for anything else around here for now. Not going to have to use it in the rice fields. Use Omotada's TARDIS forage wagon for collecting loose, or the forage pickup with the TARDIS trailers. Yeah, if you're moving loose material around and you got decent sized fields, then that definitely is an option. Cut down on the travel time back and forth to the farm or the sell point. So we'll go put this in our shed at the grass field, which will be cut next month. Got to make some more hay. Funny how I said the AgroStar should be living here, and now the AgroStar is not here. And I forgot where I bought it. I'm assuming that's on. I think that's on the bale trailer. So that's probably parked at the bale shed. Makes sense. Yeah, don't have a whole lot to sell. Looks like we sold everything to get the header for the John Deere last stream. Okay, the John Deere 3650 is not even up here either. So let's see, I fertilized that, then I went down. Oh, so it's probably at the other farm because I fertilized the two poplar fields in the south. So it's probably at the farmyard somewhere. Well, we'll have to throw narrow tires on it and go take care of those poplar fields. So we'll fertilize the poplar fields and then the sunflower field, the spinach field. Then I think we're done with the month of August, other than feeding the cows. All right. Where's my John Deere? What's that? That's my John Deere. Alright, narrow tires is what's needed. I believe the issue is with the John Deere CR441 round bale wrapper. I had the same issue in a different field. Tried another baler, works fine. Interesting. Wonder what the difference is with the balers causing the issue. John Deere, customize. And then, which way do I go for the narrows? There we go. Cost nothing. Because we've already paid for them before. And let's see, let's top off with fertilizer. Oh, that little weight we got in the front is just enough. Might do a little bit of a wheelie when I hit this bump, though. There we go. Yeah, we've already been over the round and square bale option on the contracts. But something with that baler, it was allowing them to pick up. It was allowing them to pick up the bales, but I guess when the bale went to unload, that's when the game would freeze up on them for some reason. Hello, Warren from work. Maybe I should have said that too loud. If you got your speakers on, then your co-workers may have heard that. School bus passing me on a bridge. That seems safe. Alright, just to make sure. I mean, I got narrow tires on here, but don't need to be destroying our Poplar. Good to see the Poplar regrowing, though. So sometime next September/October should be ready for harvest. Just want to make sure we're getting a second stage of fertilization down. And we are. In your own office? Well, that just makes it a little bit better. Alright, so once we get these poplar fields fertilized, we're done with them until our harvest season, which for them, like I said, next September or October. And we do have currently over $500,000 worth of wood chips sitting in silos. And the sawmill, of course, will produce more wood chips as the season goes along. So we might actually have like 600 grand worth of wood chips come January, which is going to fund the green bean harvester. Yeah, those riverbed drivers are a different kind of passive aggressive. Kind of like some ATS AI drivers. Bad day at work for them, I guess. Yeah, I haven't really figured out the AI drivers in FS25 yet. The rhyme or reason why they would pass in some areas they don't, or do, or whatever they do. Haven't really figured it out, but maybe that's the whole fun of the game, not being able to figure it out. Now we just got to get this little part of the field because I couldn't get it one pass. I think I remember what happened to the top of the field. You can see some poplar back there where it's almost fully grown, ready for harvest. I think that's when I was checking it out after patch 1.4, where it said poplar crop destruction has been turned off on poplar. And then someone said, no, it wasn't, so I gave it a try, and that's when we found out. I think it's only in the harvest stage where it can't be on crop destruction. But it did not specify that in the patch notes for 1.4. So now we're on our way up to the spinach field. We'll get the second stage into that, and that field will be good until October for the second harvest. And then we'll come on down, we'll feed the cows, get some milk back into the dairy production. I think that large dairy production was like 210,000, so I'm looking at maybe getting another one, just because we actually got way too much milk of all three kinds, goat, regular milk, and buffalo milk. We just got way too much milk, and the large processing plant's not going through it fast enough, even though I tried turning everything on, but I think that does not matter. I think it's going to reduce the cycles for other cycles that we got going. But either way, yeah, we just got too much milk. I could sell the milk straight up as is, but of course we won't make as much from it. And I think the dairy production, another one being put down is what we should be doing. We'll see how the winter sales go. Traffic seems kind of light up here in the northeastern part of Riverbend Springs. I don't see any traffic going either way. All right. Yeah, all the weeds are gone. So our worker did a wonderful job over here. Canning production is just about full on spinach again. So all this harvest probably going to be dumped into the silo. We already have like 60 or 70,000 liters in there as well. I mean, I suppose I could plant the green beans in here next spring and just have an off season of no spinach until we get caught up on that. Then I can keep that poplar field up here as a poplar field, because that's going to be like halfway grown by the time next planting season comes. So it'd be kind of a shame to get rid of it just to put green beans in. And then the sorghum field, I could... well, you know, I could do something with that. I could put like oats in or something like that in the next year. Or I could just put sorghum back into it. I think I'll know better after I harvest this spinach again and see where we're at with how much we got in inventory. But we're going to have a lot of it. There's our JCB that did the hoeing, getting rid of the weeds in the field. And as you can see, I don't really ever use GPS, which in this case I probably should have, because it's very difficult to see where I've been. I think I can see roughly where the edge line is, so we'll see how I do when we get near the end, see if I missed anything. So I hope everyone had a good New Year's, Christmas. Hopefully, everyone, just might as well say, hope everyone had a good holidays. Now for a good number of us, now we're just going to struggle until spring gets here. The winter months of January, February, and for most of us, I would think March even as well, would classify as winter. All right, one more pass, and I think we'll have our field fertilized. I think I hired a worker to plant in this field. I can see we got a couple of very tiny bare spots. Nothing too outrageous, but there are some spots that were missed. All right, that should be our field done. And yes, it is. Looks good. Maybe a tiny spot here and there, but it's covered as far as I'm concerned. We'll bring this down to the grass field because that'll be cut in September, and that will need to be fertilized right after. Maybe I should check. I did fertilize it last time, right? Yes, that's ready to go. Wish they bring back, we can see where we've been. Well, that's really part of the precision farming. All right, put that there. Let's go ahead and grab the JCB. Let's see, as time passes, let's see, we got some baling contracts. Nothing too good. I'm looking for some big numbers here. Meaning 5-digit numbers for jobs, but nothing showing up, so I think it's time we wrap up the month of August. Let's go take care of our animals. I am thinking we keep this poplar field here still. And I think we're going to have so much spinach that next year I can just put the green beans in there. And that will do us for next year. And just not do spinach this upcoming season. The telehandler, is that in the cow barn or is that over... Hello, ladies. Is it in here? No, it is not. Is it in the bale shed? Because I didn't... it is in the bale shed. Alright. Yeah, we got straw in storage one day. We may use it. I think 3 bales will be enough. You can see I got bales in the sheep feed trough area, so that's why they're good and full. Getting to be that time of the year on the farm where my equipment is just everywhere, not where it should be. With all the harvesting and prepping and taking care of the fields, I'm leaving stuff somewhere. I'm like, yeah, we'll get it later because we got so much work to do. Hey, we got floating bales. Well, we'll take care of that in a second. Got to bring this bale in there. Give those a nudge. That looks like the cows got plenty of hay this time. They're still recovering from when I forgot to feed them 1 month. Their health is at 100%, but their productivity is probably still kind of low. Yeah, it's getting back up there. Oh yeah, I do need to get some milk over here. So let's we'll grab the Deutz. We'll put our slurry spreader away. Then we'll grab our tanker. And bring the milk over. Just the milk. I gotta find a home for all this stuff in the shed. I'm trying to get this in order at some point. Hey, $50,000. That means our toy at the playground is just sold. If you're playing on Riverbend Springs and if you got like a sawmill and you don't own the toy production as of yet, that is a good production building to have. You just got to bring planks and planks long up there. And even on hard economy, I get $50,000 per toy. If you're on normal economy, you'll get $100,000, and on easy economy, you'll get $150,000 for one toy. And it takes only about a month and a half to 2 months to build a toy. And the production building, I think, is only $150,000. So if you're on easy economy, the first toy you sell, you'll get your money back on the production building itself. Just the regular milk. I don't want to take it all, because if I do happen to build the secondary production sooner rather than later, I want to be able to put stuff in there so we can keep on making double the amount of dairy products. As you can see, our stacked pile of dairy products. Look how that shadow from the dairy sign is on the building. We are right on the map's edge here, so that wall is right there somewhere. The invisible wall. Should double check on the greenhouses though. Water. We'll grab one load now. It's not going to hurt to grab some water and just put it into the vegetable greenhouse. And we do drive up to the pond, up the road here to get our water. Kind of waiting for a bigger tanker to come up on the mod hub. Yes, there is a bigger tanker in game, but for how expensive it is and for the upgrade you get, I think I'd rather wait for a modded one to come out. I don't mind coming up here to get the water for the greenhouses, but getting a bigger tanker just to reduce the amount of trips we have to do to keep up with the greenhouse would be nice moving forward, because we're getting just more and more jobs to do around our farm. In our greenhouse, we are currently just making the cabbage, because we got a whole bunch of the other material up at the can factory for making the kimchi. So we're just making cabbage in our greenhouse. I know a lot of people say make lettuce because that's where the money's at, but I just rather go ahead and make the kimchi. So while it's unloading, because I got to keep the tractor running, we'll check the sale page. Probably shouldn't, because I've spent more than enough money the past month and a half. And I do think with the money that we do have, well, let's go on the financial page and we'll put it towards our loan. I'll just go down to about $20,000. We're going to lose about $10,000 overnight for loan interest. Actually, loan interest is down to $9,733. At day one, when we had a $5 million loan interest was $16,666. So, I mean, getting below $10,000 was a good milestone for us. So we fed the animals. All the production buildings are doing well. Let's go ahead and get to the month of September, where we got plenty more work to do. As for the playground, the pirate ship, what we're waiting for on that is I need more rope, which I need more wool. I need a lot more wool to make that much rope. We do got, looks like 3.5 pallets down there. Let's check the sale page, and yeah, all the stuff that I bought just recently comes up for sale. The McDon header. No, that's the one. That's the one for the swather, not the one that harvest. What is that? This harvester digs a sugar beet out of the ground. Well, we don't want that. All right, so we're all set there. Everything is looking good. Actually got a decent amount of money to start the day with. So I think we can get ourselves some workers. Let's grab the Deutz. Drop off the water tanker. We'll grab the plow. I'm going to bring that over to the wheat field. I got to get the bales out of it first, though, but we'll get that over there, and I can get a worker start plowing that up once I get the bales out of there, which we'll do with the AgroStar. September could be a good month to sell the dairy products. Usually it's October. But I'm going to guess it might be best now. I'm trying to figure out which way the plow is facing. Get this set up and ready to go. Yes, it is time to harvest the rice as well. So now I need the Agro Star. Also this month, I'll just replant barley right back in the same field. If the crop rotation mod comes out in 25, I will be using it. For those who don't know what the crop rotation mod does, is if you keep planting the same crop in the field over and over and over again, the yield just gets less and less. So the mod basically tries to, just like in real life, you want to rotate your crops around a little bit. And you can get better yield from rotating from one crop to another. It adds a little bit more of a challenge, so it's not just keep putting the same crop in the same fields over and over again. But sometimes you can get a lot better yield than the standard yield. So sometimes you can get yields up to like 130% rather than just 100%. So 30% more sounds good. So the bales we're just going to bring on down to the animal dealer. Just get a little bit of extra cash into the bank account before we get workers going, but really 7,000 is good enough, really. So being September, we should get about $4,100 for these straw bales. Kind of a foggy morning here in Riverbend Springs, but you kind of get that in spring and fall time. In September, I would say, is fall. Probably this month I won't be doing any selling from the cannery or the sawmill. We'll let that stuff pile up for another month, and we can sell in October and get a huge amount of money coming in. I'm going to say $4,083 is what we'll get. $4,083. Oh wow, $4,355. It's always good when it's more than what you were expecting. Let's get the rest of the bales out that field so we can get the Deutz plowing that up. Watch out for traffic in the meantime. Really haven't come across the train as much recently. And if you're wondering, I think I've been hit by the train 3 times. Twice I was indecisive about going through the railroad tracks when the lights came on. Hitting the brakes too late and then trying to back up, and then, yeah, the barricade kind of gets me blocked in. Another time coming out from Grandpa Walters, on the little like dirt road section, I guess you could call it. And there's no indication at that railroad crossing that a train's coming, so I just went on through, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect, as the train sent me down the road. Alright, one more bale. We can send the Deutz off on tearing up this field that needs to be plowed. Get a full trailer here before I move on to something else. And 2 more bales. All right, from one Deutz to another. And really, we know a worker's not going to take too long in this field. Well, let's just let them do their thing. Hopefully they don't merge into another field elsewhere, because that would be disappointing. All right, John Deere S7 with our McDon 15 meter wide working width. Let's go harvest a big rice field. So we can demolish that rice field afterwards and try to get it right up to the riverbank. Drop off that header there. Okay, I'm going to make some real quick work of this field. Going from a 6-meter header up to a 15-meter wide header. Definitely a huge improvement. Once I get this field harvested, I can also get the McDon out of here. I could have got out of here before, like I always have, but just want to make it more easier to get on through. Maybe I'll also, when I start the rice field, I'll put it over by the river. Because also make it this a little bit more sensible to have the water pump by the river. It will be nice to get rid of this, just a little bit of a weirdness that we have over here with the wheat field. I definitely do notice with the flex header, I can actually see it flexing. I don't remember that doing it in 22. And I pretty much use nothing but flex headers in 22. Well, the honeybee header was not really a flex header either, I guess. Don't think I'll make it to the corner of the field up here before we're full. Either way, I still need the Valtra down here to grab the trailer because I got to bring it, of course, to the grain mill to make rice flour. Alright, so where did I leave my Valtra? I think I left it over here, right? Yes. No, we're all here, Robert. I think chat just, chat is taking a little bit of a siesta today. I think everyone's kind of coming down from their holidays. Everyone's just kind of just sitting back, relaxing, I guess. Which is all good. Everyone is just chilling today. It's a Thursday after the holidays, so everyone's just like, we had a holiday, now, you know, some people had to go back to work today and tomorrow before they get the weekend off again. So everyone is just sitting back and relaxing. And I haven't done nothing too stupid yet today to make the chat go crazy on me yet. But, I mean, we're only 2 hours in, so I'm bound to do something stupid. Alright, so while that's unloading, let's get the McDon. We'll enter the vehicle. So this header can go back to the farm, and the McDon needs to go up to the grass field, and we'll start a worker on cutting grass. Bunch of chilling lurkers today. Yep, that's what everyone seems to be, which is, like I said, perfectly fine. You're here watching, that's the main thing, I suppose. I'll fix the, I'm not sure if this header has been fixed or not recently. So, we'll fix the header, give it a wash. You want a mod so you can yeet the AI drivers. Well, you can turn them off. That's one way to yeet them, I suppose. And maybe not the way you want to yeet them, but the McDon header 746. So yeah, we can get that done. And we'll give the McDon a wash as well. Nope, I don't want the pressure washer. I want... Nope. Let me into the McDon, please. Maybe if I go on this side. There we go. That hurt a little bit. Nope. Let's not go over the drawbar. Yeah, if Skender was here, the chat would be probably going. He would make sure that the chat keeps on going. He was here a little bit. Was it yesterday? I think it was here a little bit yesterday. I think it was here for about half hour or so. So off to the grass field, we'll get ourselves a worker, like I said, to cut the grass. That should be done in a reasonable time, so I can come up and ted it, windrow it. Keep on making those hay bales for all the animals. Yep, grass field definitely is ready. Actually, I mean, why wouldn't it be ready? We saw it yesterday in August. Been kind of surprised if it wasn't. A little closer. There we go. The John Deere might be in the way, actually, so I'm going to back that up just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to stick it right in the shed. All right. Yeah, we're done plowing the field. I'll get back to that in just a moment. Let's go ahead and continue on with our long grain rice harvest. Yeah, we'll bring the plow back, and we'll get the stone picker, get the stones off the field. Although, yeah, I can see stones. But as I say, there should be stones in the field. In 22, you had the reduced cost mod for fixing things. Will it be making it to 25 use on Hills of Tuscany? Okay, so that was like a different... I actually had two different mods from 22. For the most part, I used the reduced maintenance cost on all the maps. But the one in Hills of Tuscany was the realistic damage mod. And I don't know if that will be coming to 25 or not. This new header is going to make quick work of our rice fields and any other field that we harvest from now on. It used to take a while to get this field done. I used to have to come down and empty it out quite a bit. Really, just about 3 more passes and this field's done. I like how the chaff comes out for the rice. The long grain rice anyways. Meaning how it looks on the ground after it's on there. It's not like chaff from straw. While it's unloading, let's grab the Deutz and we'll go stop what I was doing. There we go. Now we'll bring the plow back up to the vegetable fields, and that's where the stone picker is. Make sure the stone picker is empty before I bring it down here, and I should be able to get all the stones off this field without filling that up. Hello, farmer. A good Thursday to you. Hope your day is going well. I do need to fertilize this poplar field as well. Now that I think I'm going to be keeping it. That's a poplar field. Yep, it's empty, so it should be good to go. Hello, Midwest Farmer. Good Thursday to you as well. Happy January 2nd. Alright, just plop them in the field, hire a worker, and we get back to our long grain rice harvesting. Which, at least in this field, will be done here in about a minute. So it would be kind of curious, when I delete this field, it should go back to like a meadow grass field. Not a field, but like a meadow grass field. I wonder when I recreate the rice field again, if it's going to have the one stage of fertilization still on it. And rice field complete. That's a little too close to the trailer, but I need to get close to the trailer because our auger is just a tad bit longer than the header itself. Time lapse, is that done on a mod or in video? That's in editing. I wonder if this header will clip into the ground when I turn to the right here in just a moment. The Massey Ferguson clipped into the ground quite a bit in this field when heading that one direction. I believe it does. He had a couple like that, if you remember. They kept the fertilizing state. Well, we're going to find out here in a little while. So far, this header has not clipped into the ground yet. Don't want to be going off the edge on this field. I mean, Farming Simulator would not be a big deal, but in real life, that's a decent sized drop off that would bend a wheel, axle, a whole bunch of stuff, I would assume. Another rice field, I thought this was relatively flat until we built it. It was like, oh, not as flat as I thought it was. Thank you, Farmer, and like I said, Happy New Year to you as well, or January 2nd. Bring the trailer up here, we'll unload, and now that should get everything out of that field where we can go ahead and do a little work on it. Although I may bring this long grain rice down to the grain mill so the process can be started to make flour. Around here. Should be able to take what's left in the combine completely. There we go. Do love how the trailers sound when you go over bumps and everything. It sounds a lot better than it did in 22. So, actually, before I get working on the new rice field, I gotta go sell some stuff. Because I think it's gonna cost me $15,000 to put down the water pump. And we just have $10,000. Just need to get the semi and go down to the sawmill and just grab our prefab walls. We should have like 3 or 4 of them, I would think. Grain mill. The barley is done, so we'll deactivate that, but long grain rice, we will activate that. And all the flour, if you're wondering where it's going on the flour is on distributing, which is going up to our canning production. And that's getting mixed with eggs to make noodle soup. So we'll hold off on to the long grain harvesting for a little bit. Actually, let's turn off the combine as well. Don't know exactly where my semi... No, that's not that what we're looking for. It's not the sawmill. Is it over... Well, it's over here. So yeah, our toy... As we sold this not long ago, that's being made. We got enough to finish off that one. And yep, our pirate ship, we are just waiting on, of course, more rope. That is starting to look rather interesting. Going up to the crow's nest, or one of the crow's nests. And once again, we're just going to the sawmill, grab the prefab walls. Hopefully we got like 3 of them. Because that'll give us $15,000 right there with just 3 prefab walls. And we can go ahead and retry that rice field. Just have a look at the fields as I pass by to see what possibly contracts could be available to us. I have not checked yet this month. But I'm using basically all the tractors. The only tractor I'm really not using right now is the JCB. Every other tractor I need or have a use for currently. Those trees look a little weird, honestly, in the first growth stage, but it'll be like another year before they hit another growth stage. I see 3 of them. And maybe they're just going to the warehouse, but it's either the warehouse or the farmer's market is where these go. And I put that one too close. All right, the market tells me they are going to go to farmer's market. Surprising that neither one is over 5,000, so it must be a bad month to be selling prefab walls. So a little further away to go than the warehouse, but for $100 more, that means I'll get $300 in total more. So it's worth it. Yeah, I really haven't had to stop for the train as much recently. I've just been timing it right, I guess. As long as I just don't get T-boned by the train, that's more what I'm thinking of. Prefabs are best in August. Price fluctuation on the wood is not really that much to begin with. No trucks on this bridge apparently, but I've used it more than enough times. It's good. I just had a thought. Imagine if they made that bridge right there, because it's made out of wood. Imagine if they made it like Snow Runner, where you had to repair the bridge to be able to use the road. Alright, now we got enough cash to really do what we need to do. Okay, so let's get on down to here. We will stand back. Construction mode. And enter demolish. So click on the water pump. Do you want to remove the rice field? Yup. So what does that do? So it kind of like this turns into dirt, is all it really did. Alright, well, let's go back into construction mode and let's see. So as I said before, when you're making a rice field, the first section you put in, that's where the water pump is going to be. So I think I'm going to try to put the water pump down here. I got to find out where orchards are. Or cultivation, there we go. Rice field. Turn snapping off. Still says overlap with another object. So I can place it here by anything over here won't let me place it over here. Too close to another one. Change placement height. Can I change the height of it? So even if I go... I don't want to go that high with it. But it still says overlapping another object. So I don't know how that person said they got it to go right against the... right against the river, because I sure as heck can't. Paint the field with dirt? Maybe that will do it? I guess we can try that. I guess it doesn't matter what I paint it with. Let's make it a little bit wider. So I do got free landscaping, so we can just go ahead and do that. Let's try that again. Still says overlapping with another object. And somewhere, yeah, right about here where the other field was. I mean, we can see the red line. So I'm starting it, but it just says overlap. I can't, I mean, I can raise it. Not that I want to, but I'm just trying to see if I get enough high enough above the ground. If I lower it, what does that do? Still nothing. Yeah, so I don't know if that person was pulling my leg, but they said, oh, that you can easily get it by the side of the river. Yeah, pretty much out where I had it before is where it stopped saying overlaps with another object. Yeah, it's not the pump. I mean, it's showing me almost the same area as it was before, where I had the rice field. It's not like, I mean, I can put the pump over there and start making it, but it's not going to let me over here because I get the same thing. When I try to bring the rice field over here, this says overlaps with another object. Saving content, please don't turn off computer. All right, I was going to say maybe I'll exit, come back in, the rice field will be there. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave this here. It's not a big deal because the rice doesn't get replanted again until March or April. So I'll try my test save to see how to get that to work over here. Yeah, I didn't like the way it looked anyways with the other field over here. I suppose I could have got rid of the wheat field that was over here and just put in grass, meadow grass, and left the rice field the way it was. So I'll keep giving it a try. I don't know what's going on over here. That's overlapping another object. Let me try turning on some things here. Really don't see anything there. That's audio source. Yeah, I'm not really seeing... Is there anything under the ground that we're... Is there something under the map that Giants forgot to take out? I don't see anything underneath the map either. Alright, we'll just move on. Hello, Ray. Good afternoon to you. Happy Thursday. As we try to figure out why we can't get a rice field closer to the river. Have no idea why. So, where was I here? We'll get back to actually harvesting our rice. Worker E has completed their task. I don't know if that's the McDon or the stone picker. At least on my test save, because I got like $900 million on that test save, I can keep deleting the rice field and keep putting it down to see as to why or how I can get closer to the river. Or like I said, that person was just having some fun with me, saying they can get the rice field closer. Love the live streams. Oh, I'm glad you do. Thank you for joining us. Now this says overlapping another object over there. So I'm not really sure what we're overlapping, other than maybe the river is under the ground there when they did the field. Who knows? Yeah, so it must be the McDon is what the worker's done, because we can see the stone picker is still in use. Maybe plowing it to extend the field would work. Well, you still got to create, the rice field is separate from the plow. You can't use a plow to create a rice field. And there was a field already there, and it wouldn't let me put the rice over it, but maybe if I re-plow it and then try to put the rice field down, maybe the plow will eliminate something over there. I have no idea what, but I'll listen to any suggestions. Yeah, this header did get caught right there on the ground for a second. Dump that into there, and we'll finish this off real quick. Then, of course, we got that that tiny little rice field there, which will take us like 30 seconds. Hello, Skender. A good Thursday evening to you as well. Yeah, so I'll have to give that rice field on my test save. I know I said that a few times, but I'll have to give it a try as to why I can't get up next to the river, or maybe find a way. I mean, it didn't look that good over there with the rice field and wheat field, so we gotta figure out something. Or I could just plow it up and put a regular field in. We'll move the rice field elsewhere. But having the rice fields down here has been pretty good, because we're not that far from the grain mills. Alright, second rice field done. Not even bothering to unload the combine because it's not going to take me long to harvest this. I'm trying to get between the sign and the tree, which we can do. Yeah, the flex headers really do flex in 25. That was going to be a little bit rough to get around this field with this setup, but I think it's actually doing better than the Massey Ferguson did. Can't wait for me to get rid of this combine. I hate this thing. We just got it. Before you said you want a bigger combine. You didn't really specify which one at the time. like we'll be able to cram it all into the combine like I thought. Bring the rest on down to the grain mill for the flour. And we'll head up to the grass field to start the whole tedding, windrowing. Get those hay bales made. Yeah, we've done excuse me, we've done the box rice, but we are now just making noodle soup. There we go, that's good. Now the cement factory is good on the stone for now. We're going to look at some contracts because, well, money is... I mean, we've been making money, but I've been throwing it at the loan. Oh, what we got there? Plowing for $12,000. Ooh, we will take that. The plow is actually up there already. Let's accept that contract. And what else we got? Stone picking. Stone picking for $11,652. But I'm going to have the issue of I got to empty out the stone picker. I think I'll pass on that one actually. Yeah, I know you want a class combine skender, but, well, sometimes the sale page determines what you get next. Told your wife you were harvesting peas, and she said, "Are you peeing in your game?" I'm trying to remember the name of the game that actually had that in it. What was the name of the game? Oh, My Summer Car. My Summer Car had that option. Well, not an option, but that was part of the game. Alright, we'll get that in. And before we actually get to doing more work, I will get the JCB up here. We'll hitch up to the plow on that, and we'll start plowing up that sorghum field that we did a contract in. All right, that is getting done. We're going to grab the international truck, though. And I need to get this wool down to start making more rope. Little by little, we'll make rope. Probably need about 25 more pallets of wool, though. Yeah, a little frustrating with that rice field. I can't get that rice field up I mean, I don't want it like right in the river. I just want it where like the other field was. Oh, you're turning there? Let me get around you anyways. Don't think we'll have a pallet of rope. So I don't think I'm bringing enough down here every day. Nope. No surprise there. Alright, so with that being done, we're going to jump up to where the McDon is. Put this away for the next time, which will be November. Wait, was there a mowing contract somewhere? Hoeing, plowing. So no mowing contracts whatsoever currently. Let's get this out of here because this is where the McDon parks. Oh, I just did like a 360 walking behind the shed. What does the cooperate take or do? Oh, the Cooper. The Cooper makes like barrels and such. Let's see, that's over here. Yeah, the Cooper can make barrels, they can make bathtubs, and they can make buckets. So you need to bring long planks, and I guess you can do planks or long planks for it. And you get wood chips and barrels as output. That was you needed that stuff on Silver Run for the roller coaster. And what I need up here is my Agro Star, and that's down here with some straw bales. So we'll go sell these straw bales. And then bring the Agro Star and the trailer up to the grass field. But after I sell these, I think I'll grab the Deutz. And we'll bring that back to the farm. And we'll get that on drilling our barley field again. You peed from a 60-story skyscraper, but the week in jail and the 5,000 euro fine wasn't that fun, though. Yeah, but now you can say that you peed from a 60-story skyscraper. Who else can say that? Not many. Nope, car, I'm going first. Alright, today I'm guessing 4,421. 44.21 for these straw bales. $44.21. $44.87. Still more than I guessed, so that's pretty good. Did some testing on the rice, and though it says you can't do it, it shows a red line, it still puts the field down. I don't think I had the option to do so. Maybe after I get done with making the hay field, maybe I'll just try to give it another go. Was that down by the river that you were trying that out? There are no traffic laws in my Riverbend Springs, so even if there were laws, we'd be fine. I am the law in my Riverbend Springs, so I can do all the traffic stuff. I can even affect the weather once in a while if I want to. All right, let's go ted some grass, shall we? I'll definitely have to give it another shot, Gamer Gramps, so I appreciate it. I'll just start clicking my mouse button and try to force it or something. All right, we'll do a running drop off of the bale trailer. Nope, I was getting ready to grab the windrower. That's not what we want yet. All right. Tether down. Glorious hay for the sheep, goats, and cows. God mode in effect. In my game? Oh yeah, because I don't pay for fines or can fool with the weather, I guess. As some has suggested I've done. So after I shed this grass, I'll have to go back down to the rice field and see if I can force that rice field in. Time control too. That's true. Some ways it doesn't seem that long ago when I was buying up these, there's actually 3 fields in this grass field. They were all grass, but they weren't merged together like they are now. Doesn't seem that long ago where I bought 1, then bought 2. All the stuff used to pile up in that little corner of the grass field. Now we got a nice little system going over here. If we need more grass, it's also nice to know that Katie keeps putting grass in her field over there. So there's always more just across the road if we ever need it. And yeah, 2 more passes. Thanks to everyone for joining us again today for more farming on Riverbend Springs. We have about 200 to about 220 hours in this Let's Play. Started the Let's Play with borrowing $5 million from the bank. And we've got that loan down to just under 2.9 million now. Playing on hard economy. The grain elevator has been built for a while, and we're slowly now working on, well, I shouldn't say slowly working on the pirate ship at the playground. We got a lot of it done, but now it's the rope production at the end that's slowing me down. Okay, so we're done tedding. Let's drop this off in here. You've been contacted by the lawyers of Somerset Farms. They're asking about a weather event about 8 years ago. They also have some other farmers involved. Again, I don't know what they're referring to, so... Until you put more sheds in the field next to the cows, will you be putting in more crops or leaving it bare? I think before this year's up, I'll be putting down another shed, because the sheds are not that expensive. Because I can already see the one shed I got down with the solar panels on it. I mean, I got plenty of space in there, and I'm not parking stuff in there neatly as of yet. But I can see moving forward, I'm going to just park things in there messily to begin with. So, getting another shed, and then Painting, landscaping around the area, maybe planting some trees would do as well. Question about the playground, do you have to buy it? As I don't see an option. No, you can't buy it. It's like the grain elevator. You can't buy the grain elevator either. They're just projects that you build. There is a toy maker right next to the playground. You can buy the toy maker, which I would suggest. Because if you're going to be working on the playground, that means you must have a sawmill. So the toy maker is definitely worth investing in. It's like $150,000 to buy the toy maker. And you just got to bring up planks and long planks. And every month and a half, you'll spit out a toy. And depending on your economy, you're either going to get $50,000, $100,000, or $150,000 for the toy. So definitely worth getting the toy production right next to the playground. But no, you can't buy the playground. Do like windrowing. It's kind of satisfying seeing how messy your grass field is, or any field for that matter. And then the windrow just like grabs it all and puts a nice little swaths for you. JCB is just about done with the plowing contract. Where am I getting the logs to feed the sawmill? Well, currently, we're kind of cheesing the logs a little bit. We're buying the trees from the store. And I'm buying the large northern caterpillar trees, which cost like $2,000 per tree. And then I just cut them down and let the sawmill collect them for about 20,000 liters of wood a piece. I have planted more trees, but those trees, apparently someone said they might take 8 years to grow. But yeah, definitely, if you're going to be doing like the playground and the grain elevator, at least here in Riverbend Springs, I bought the field kind of adjacent to the sawmill, and I've been kind of using that as my forest field and just start planting trees in there. I guess the redwood pine, from what someone said, is probably your best option. It's not going to give you the most liters per tree, but it grows relatively fast, and you'll get a decent amount of liters from it. Oaks are only 2 years before they're mature? That seems kind of short for an oak tree, being a hardwood. JCB is done plowing up the field that we harvested. Alright, windrower we are done with. Kind of forgot to go ahead and put the Deutz on planting duty, as I said I was going to do. Can use the AgroStar to use the baler, as we know, but I may bring the Vulture up here later on. Alright, so let's get into the Deutz. I'm just going to leave the stone picker right here. That's got to go up to the vegetable shed, as I think I'll start calling that. That's where we're dumping the stones into that silo. Hello, Wayne. Thank you for joining us. Good afternoon to you as well. Yeah, so this field that's still here, I do want to put another shed down. Probably the same one, honestly. Really not seeing any sheds on the mod hub or in game that really jumps out at me as like, oh, I gotta have that shed. At least with the solar panels on top, I'll get my money back on the shed over time. And yep, I will put barley right back in the same field, because it doesn't matter in Farming Simulator. So one stage of fertilization already in the field because we spread slurry in it. Let the worker do its thing. All right, we're going to jump back over to here. And we'll try to give it another go, but I know some people are having luck with this, but I sure as heck am not. So I would like to put the water pump can't see because it says area restricted. No, it won't let me go around that corner. Because you can see, you can't see, but I'm okay. Let me do that, which I don't want to do. Remove last corner. That says area restricted. So even though it shows up overlaps with another object, just ignore it. Nuts. I hit the wrong button. I'm not sure what that's showing me there, but I don't like that at all. All right, this will do just fine, I think. I think it said area restricted. Can't have area restricted. Well, this is going to look a lot better than what we had. Why won't you let me... It won't let me say finish. Because it does say overlaps with another object. Why? Yeah, so even though it allows me, it shows the field, we can see the green line going around the entire field. And you can see it says to hit the right mouse button to finish. When I do that, though, it says overlaps with another object. It won't let me put the rice field in. What if I turn the snapping off? Field border cannot cross another one. What? Field border cannot cross another one. Am I crossing onto another field? Where were we? Let's try this. Snapping is turned on. Let's turn snapping off. Alright, I think I'll have to fiddle with that probably off camera. Or try it on my test map just to figure out exactly what's going on there. But it still says overlaps with another object. So, don't know. Remove last line. I've tried removing the lines. You can see, though, the green line is kind of showing me where the field would be. I made the complete circle, but as we know, when I put it down here, it says overlap with another object. And that's why I get when I try to complete the field. So, I'm not sure. Do you want to cancel the creation of the field? Yeah, we'll cancel it for now. We'll cancel it for now. Alright, so contract. We do have the plowing contract complete. We'll collect on that. Okay. The stone picking contract for good money. Gonna pass on that. Yeah, there's no other contracts I'm looking to get at. So, yeah, we will use the AgroStar, I guess. And we'll bale up this hay. And then I could use the John Deere to fertilize the grass field. You're going to say because I'm in the field, it won't let me put the field in? You're going to make me try it again, aren't you? I didn't think the first time I was standing in the field. I thought I was standing on the road the first time I tried to do it. Or was that last time? I don't remember now. You're going to tell me a 6'2" guy with a bar handle mustache is in the way of the making the field? Alright, I'll give it one more go after I finish baling up the hay. Because I gotta wait for the doits to put in the barley. All this is trying to get a rice field that looks decent down there by the river. It's all I wanted from. I don't know how long ago we actually bought that field for the rice field. I want to say that was like year 4, maybe even year 3. So for those who weren't here at the beginning of the stream, I did talk about just quickly about Giants and if they were back from the winter break. And it looks like they are not back from the winter break yet. So I'm guessing they'll be back on Monday. There was not many Giant employees on the Discord channel this morning. For me, it was morning, but for them, it would be midday. Hello, Luke. Good Thursday to you. Thank you for joining us. Hope you had a good holidays. I'll go around the sign. I thought about just plowing over the sign, but let's try to not knock down signs today. Although it's kind of hard not to. Missed the old Kung Fu games for Nintendo Entertainment System. I think the only Nintendo I've had was the original back in the day. My holidays went okay, Luke. Thanks for asking. Alright, looks like one more pass and we can put the baler away until November, where I might make silage bales. We'll have to see what our inventory looks like when we get to November. Now a quick question: when you put down new buildings, if they leave the indents in the ground, but Farming Simulator 22, they don't do that. Is there something I'm not doing right? Currently for Farming Simulator 25, what I would recommend before putting down any placeables, buildings, sheds, or anything, is to go into landscaping and level out the ground, and then place your building. And then you can work around the building with landscaping afterwards. That's what I would suggest. There was a mod I used in 22 that came out rather early. I haven't seen it come out for 25 yet. But I think the mod was called Place Anywhere mod. And basically what that mod would do for you is when you place down a shed or whatever, it basically leveled the ground around the building for you. Of course, you would pay for it. But yeah, you wouldn't have all the problems with the building floating or doing all that other stuff that it tends to do if you don't level out the ground now. But yeah, definitely go into landscaping, level out the ground, then place your building down, and it'll be a lot easier for you. Kind of annoying. Why is that complicated? What I'm doing. Skinder might be a little bit behind from the in the live stream. You might actually be watching me, maybe trying to put down the rice field still. You might be a few minutes behind in the stream, possibly. Otherwise, or either that, he's not happy the way I'm picking up the hay bales. Probably dating yourself. You played on the Commodore 64. Yeah, the Commodore 64. I remember that. So, yeah, I'm dating myself a little bit there. I will be honest though, yeah, you know, people do want more mods, but I think we got more mods in 25 in the first month and a half than we got in 22 in the first month and a half. Alright, I'm going to park this right here. Alright, so third time is a charm on the rice field, I guess. We'll visit the, I'm going to stand in the wheat field over here. Going to come back down here. Yep, let's start by... I'm going to put the pump right there. Area restricted. Area restricted. So we'll do this all over again. I'm not standing in the field. I'm in the wheat field across the road. So hopefully that is it. Was not thinking about me standing in the field, but yeah, it's kind of like the same thing I remember in 22. If you try to terraform the ground You couldn't do where the character was. I probably shouldn't get that close to the road, because I don't know what's going to happen when I level this out, but it should be almost on the same angle as the previous rice field. Why does it show me that? When I click finish, it shows me... Not really sure what it's trying to show me there. Overlaps another object. So yeah, I think what it's showing me there, when it says overlaps another object, you can see like the river going through here. They got the river cutting through this part of the field. So they're showing you the boundaries of yellow. The river, they got the river so far into this field, you cannot create the rice field. That is what they're showing. That's what the yellow lines are for. They're showing you where the water boundaries are. I think we're kind of stuck with that until they fix it, or just put the rice field the way it was. I think that's going to be yeah, until Giants narrows down where the river is over there, we're not going to be able to place it down, looks like. Oh well. How are we getting along with the barley field over here? All right, so we're not too far from being done. They're about 60% done there. That's not too bad. Let's jump back into the AgroStar. Actually, no. Let's jump into the John Deere. And I'll fertilize the grass field because I don't want to forget that. And then, since I think I'm going to keep the other poplar field in the north up here, I'll go fertilize that one as well. I do got the narrow tires on here, so we're good to go. But I do appreciate all the help you guys were trying to give me for putting down that rice field, but now that was zoomed out quite a bit, when I kept seeing the yellow lines come up, like, why are they trying to show me what's the yellow lines? And I think that's the area that we're not allowed to build over, because of the river. Nope, don't have a roller for the grass field. I just find it, because it's the only grass field I got, 42 meter wide working with on the spreader. I get the job done really quickly. Yeah, I do got to pay for the artificial fertilizer every time I do it. But for the convenience of it, I'd rather just fertilize. Good to see that the pallet spawn point at the cannery is full again. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep this poplar field for now. Because I just think the spinach field, we'll just convert that over to a green bean field for next year. Actually, I'm trying to remember. I may not put the first stage of fertilizer in this field yet. So this might be just the first stage. I think that's just the first stage in that field. It was. It definitely was. Well, just have to wait for the poplar to regrow, not to fertilize it a second time. Just trying to think. Stone picker is there. That's that. Where is I thought the JCB I left up there with the plow. Where is the JCB? It is there. I just didn't. Why didn't it show up in the? Oh, because I don't know. I didn't see it on the map for some reason. Figured it was over here somewhere. I think I may have parked my John Deere a little too far out from the shed. Let me get that back in here a little bit. Let's corral this thing. There we go. That's better. So now we're just waiting for... I'm not sure what our worker's doing there. Why is it not showing where my tractor is here now? Where my worker is? What's going on with my my equipment? Alright, just curious. I'm in my tractor there. If I were to go up to the harvester... Now it doesn't show the tractor in the field. What the heck is going on? Something weird's happening. Either way, let me get this combine and our header out of this field. Now we'll just put this into our machinery shed. And I guess I'll park it on this side over here. That's good. So the rice fields, and whatever this is going to be at this point, I don't know. But we'll leave that there. The sawmill, I think overall, yeah, we don't have a whole lot of material down here. Because, yeah, we were selling a lot of stuff at the end of last month. So I got to wait for this to pile up, which is slowly doing, which is fine. Oh, yeah, the dairy stuff. How is the dairy stuff looking? The butter price is going up. The buffalo mozzarella price says it's going down. Ooh. The bottled milk price says it's going down. Cheese price is going down. Restaurant. Small farmers kiosk, restaurant. It's going to be, well, that's going to the restaurant. So bring it to the restaurant or bring it to the small farmer's kiosk. So buffalo mozzarella and butter go to the small farmer's kiosk. I'm looking for... No, not that. This is what I'm looking for. No, I'm at the rope factory. Not where I thought I was. Alright, we'll sell the dairy stuff while we wait for the barley field to get planted. Why does Poplar take so long to grow? Because you're really growing like a small tree, or just really a bush, honestly. So it would take longer than a grain crop to grow. So using the flatbed to sell, some of the stuff's got to go to the restaurant, some of the stuff's got to go to the kiosk, so should be able to fit everything going to each location on the flatbed. I'm going to leave the goat milk there. I got plenty in the dairy production. So let me just have a look at this again. So, the restaurant. Bottled buffalo milk needs to go there. So bottled buffalo milk. Let's do this one at a time. Buffalo milk bottle. Alright, so we got the buffalo milk bottle going to the restaurant. Let's see, cheese. I said that like I'm taking a picture. Cheese. Love the floating pallets. So we got the cheese, and then the next goat milk bottle. Milk bottle. Do I have any goat milk bottle? I've just turned that on recently, so I may not actually have any. Goat cheese. Nope, we're not taking goat cheese. That goes to the small farmer's kiosk. Milk bottle. may actually have some up here as well. Oh, we're full. Yeah, I think I could stack more than this on the flatbed, but this is what we got with the autoloader, so we'll take this. Almost tipped over. Almost tipped over again. So almost 23,000 for trip number 1. Like the scuff marks on your truck. Means money. Pretty much. When we started here in Riverbend Springs, it was me and this this flatbed. That is all we had. And now we just have a $2.9 million loan. Let's see, I got more stuff here. Let me add this to the pile. That way it's all out here. All right, milk bottled, I think is what's going to the restaurant, so this may take a moment. Milk bottled. All right, and I know cheese has got to go. Milk bottle, butter, cheese. Wait, it still says cheese, so I must have cheese still here somewhere. All right, I think I'll take this down and have to come back and start gathering up some other stuff. But maybe, maybe I should be using the semi-trailer because I got more pallets there than I thought I did. And going down to the kiosk that's on the other side of town. So I'd like to just make one trip with that. Yeah, in the workshop, I know we can do the outline of the autoloader. I just didn't know I had that many pallets there. I mean, I knew I had a decent amount, but I thought this would stack at least 3 wide, not 2 wide. $10,323 for that. Alright, we'll grab the semi for the next load. And we'll just grab everything that's left in. So I got the majority of the stuff that needed to go to the restaurant, but we'll just take everything else to the kiosk. The price difference probably isn't that much to begin with. But we're just trying to min-max a little bit there. Plus we got to use the flatbed. I don't know where the semi is. Is it up at the playground? No, it's at the farmer's market. And if I were to put more pallets on that flatbed, better chance I'll roll over, which would be entertaining for a lot of you, but I tried not to roll over. By driving as bad as it is. And looks like our barley field's almost done. I will have to touch up a little bit on it. The worker does miss a section or two. Yeah, that would have been a few trips with the flatbed. Alright, let's go pay Grandpa Walter a visit. Kind of. I'm not going to talk to him, but we're going over to his kiosk. I'm not going to roll over with a semi. At least I don't think I will. I'm all good with a semi. Alright, so our barley field has been planted. And occasionally still I get weeds, even though we got a direct drill. Occasionally we get the weeds in the field that don't get eliminated, but that's not that big of a deal. Although I won't be using herbicide in that field this year, I'll be using the hoe, because we got the hoe now. And that only takes out small and medium weeds. So this is more the expensive stuff, I think, that we're bringing over. How much buffalo mozzarella we got? We only got 2,000 liters of buffalo mozzarella. 18,000 liters of butter. Yeah, I think by getting the second dairy production down, I could turn off by making bottled milk of all forms and just try to focus on the more expensive stuff. Well, Skinner, tell your brother if he's not that happy with the harvester, just put on a Leonard Skinner vinyl album and that will solve all of his issues. May cause others, but luckily in Farming Simulator, we don't get breakdowns like in real life would happen. So Yeah, if that was real life, I wouldn't be buying a John Deere harvester either. Almost forgot, I'm going to Grandpa Walter's. So used to going to the playground with a semi-truck. I mean, we're going to get paid pretty well, but not well enough. I was thinking if we got, you know, we start saving the money and put down a second dairy production and just start making the mozzarella and cheeses and such, rather than making the bottled milk. I don't think the bottled milk is going through the milk. It's helping us get through the milk fast enough either. $67,000 to there, so that's pretty darn good. Yeah, I think we'll hang on to this money, and when we have, when we get to October, we'll have a lot of stuff at the sawmill, the canning production, of course, as well. I think we'll sell that stuff and put down a second dairy production. I think it's $210,000 for that, and yeah, well, let's go ahead and make more of the cheeses, not make the milk as much. And if we still have too much milk, then we'll really think about what to do. I'm glad it doesn't work the way real breakdowns do. Your $5 million loan would probably be around $15 million. Yeah, from running into things and such things like that. So we'll get this set for October for selling. Of course, when we get to January, we know the wood chips are going to bring in loads of cash, but that is for the green bean harvester. And the sawmill's still got 70,000 liters of wood chips in it, so we're good for a while. Okay, so what else we got? We got almost $20,000 worth of noodle soup. Yeah, but we're going to sell that next month. Spinach, we're working on that. Yeah, so wood chips, we got $521,000 worth of wood chips when we sell them in January currently. And that number's going to go up little by little just because the sawmill's making that stuff. Rope production. I mean, look at all that rope that's sitting there. Can I just take that rope? Nah, we can't do that. Or even look at all this rope sitting over here. Can't use that either. And the toy we sold, like I said, not long ago. So that's not going to... Yeah, it's getting along. The tractor is just about done. And the trailer is in process of getting done. Oh, I need to jump back over to our Deutz. And I gotta get to the other side of the field because it's gonna miss that corner. I wonder if I go over the weeds. I can't remember if it gets rid of them or not. Alright, so when I go over the weeds, it gets rid of them there. Now these are mature weeds, so our hoe won't pull these out. So we'll just get rid of them with the direct drill, hopefully. Yeah, okay, we got rid of those. And there we go. Barley field is done. As for the wheat fields, I could plant those next month if I want to, or wait until next year and just plant oats. This Deutz may have to go sooner rather than later, just because, yeah, it's breaking down way too fast now. The condition just goes down faster and faster and faster. I just repaired this not long ago, and it's going to cost me $11,414 to repair it now. So how many hours I got on that? Yeah, we're at 50 hours on the Deutz. In Farming Simulator, that's considered a lot of hours. So, yeah, the Deutz Warrior is going to have to go. It's just breaking down way too fast now. I mean, I could just sell this one and buy another exactly same tractor, but I think we'll switch it up a little bit and buy something else just to make it different on the farm. I mean, I love the tractor, but it's just I just repaired that not long ago. It's already a $11,000 repair. Ridiculous. Yeah. So as for the rice field, we're seeing the issue. When I tried to place this, it overlaps the object, and I was seeing the yellow lines before, and I finally figured out what the yellow lines were for. It's the outline of the river, and unfortunately, Giants has the river coming in this far, so that's why I can't put the rice field there. So I mean, I could turn this back to an arable field and put the, you know, get ourselves another. Is there another like flat field around here? I know this is not flat. This field is kind of flat. But I mean, this field was nice. If I could just get this field extended out here. Who knows? Maybe by the time next spring rolls around, maybe there'll be an update to the game. And maybe Giants will have tweaked this a little bit so I can put a rice field in here. But other than that, I mean, I could put the rice field up here. But these are supposed to be our vegetable fields. Field 38 would be a good option as well. But then to get the rice down to the grain mill, I'll just have to journey all along through here. It's not that far, but it's a lot farther than just going up the road and going on down the road here. Yeah, so it's kind of a shame. I mean, I could put the rice field right back in where it was and just not have the wheat field up by the river. Just plant grass in there and put some bushes and just make it look a little bit better. Could do that as well. But we do have this field ready to go. Maybe I'll put wheat back in this field. And then that field down there, I'll put oats or something in. Just, of course, keep on making the flour. But we do have 138,000. Yeah, so how much is that dairy production? I want to say it is 210,000 for it. Yeah, it's just 210,000. And as we can see, it's a very small footprint. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. But it's a very small footprint. Where the heck am I, man? There we go. Need to be going down here. Yeah, so I could probably put the dairy production like right here to match it up. Yeah, we could squeeze that in there. Another shed, we'll probably put it like over here. And then we'll just start landscaping more around here and get rid of that. What once was an oat field, we'll get rid of that by this landscaping. Found yourself turning off crop destruction because the wheel tracks destroy the crops in the pea harvester, especially turning corners. The harvester so long, you almost have to be square with the field, not the crop, to destroy it. I think is what you're saying. That's why, like on those Excuse me. I tried to just hire a worker and just let them do it because workers will not destroy the crop. If you're harvesting yourself, yeah, it can be a pain to get that stuff done. But that's why this good thing about the game, we have our options to turn things on and off when we want to. You don't have to start a whole new save game. So, not a bad month of September and late August that we had here in the stream. Yeah, I'm not going to go I think I went 7.5 hours yesterday in yesterday's stream. Not too bad to get a lot of things done. Today went pretty well, other than just a minor thing with the rice field. If I got to put the rice field back in, it's only cost me like $15,000 to put the water pump back in, so not that big of a deal. But at least we're trying some things. But now I know the L line. Yeah, even though it says overlapping an object, and you guys told me like you can click it and it'll put down the field, but it won't let you place it because, well, we're overlapping an object. Unfortunately, it's the river somehow, underground water apparently. But yeah, we're pretty much done with the month of September, so we'll be back tomorrow, starting off pretty much right here. Just maybe top off the cows with some more hay bales, and we go to the month of October, where we'll sell stuff from the sawmill, sell stuff from the cannery. I think we'll put down a second dairy production. That way next year we'll have a lot more product to sell, because we're backlogged with milk in the first dairy production, and the cow barn's getting not backlogged, but it's got a good amount of milk already in it. So getting another dairy production up and going is going to be pretty good. The loan is down to $2,880,000. We paid a little bit back off today, but we've been spending a lot of money the past month and a half with a new combine, new header, buying a whole bunch of stuff the past month and a half. But pretty soon, the winter will be here, and we got over $500,000 worth of wood chips to sell, but that's going to be buying us the green bean harvester. I don't think we'll get there tomorrow, but, who knows? We'll see how far we get. But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up for today. If you're still here and you haven't done so yet and you would like to help out the channel, hitting that thumbs up button at the bottom of the screen will help me out more than you know. Thumbs down button is there as well. If you want to hit that, you can. But if you do, let me know as to why you hit the thumbs down button. And if you're new here and don't want to miss out more content like this, that's subscribe and notification bell are down there. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, same starting time like usual. And we'll continue our journey here in Riverbend Springs. And we'll see how far we get. If we get to the sale of wood chips, that means we got to January. And that's a whole lot of money coming on in. And we'll buy ourselves that green bean harvester. But thanks for everyone being here. Really appreciate you all joining me like always. And it was fun talking to the ones in chat like always. And yeah, hopefully I will see you tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.